dog. Downey acting like a mad dog. JT Will trying to get him into center ring so he can listen to these last-minute instructions. He's not cooperating, and Leroy is ignoring over in the other corner. This is going to be one of the most interesting fights in PKA karate.
Okay, listen to me, guys. Just a last-second reminder, make sure you guys keep your kicks above the waist. In the case of a knockdown, I'll direct the standing fighter to a neutral corner. You'll stay there till I call you back. When I say break, make sure you break clean, step back. Do not hit your opponent if he's on the floor or after I say break. Do not hold, no clinching. When I say break, make sure you guys break clean. Shake hands now. We'll begin with the traditional bow.
Final instructions by JT Will. This is scheduled for 7. Each round 2 minutes in duration, and that's going to be 2 minutes of Dennis Downey showing us things you never expected to see in PKA karate.
Dennis Downey comes into the ring full of energy. I think he's already extended more energy before the fight starts here than a lot of guys do for 7 rounds.
Well, he's so wild and so energetic. Some people have accused him of being on drugs, but they've checked and he is not. This is natural adrenaline. Leroy lands that right hand. There's a jump back kick right here. Round number 1, first seconds, and here it goes.
Both fighters just blistering those kicks in there. Nothing, no introductory round here. I think they feel like they already know each other. They're going full tilt right now.
Leroy landing the body shots. Moving well against the ropes. Both fighters going full power kicks. No holding back.
Those kicks sound like heavyweights up there. They don't sound like middleweights.
Ironically, both fighters got their black belt in 1975. They've been black belts for quite a while. They're expert kickers.
Well, this opening flurry has settled down just a little more. But
there's Downey on the canvas from a left-right combination. Downey saying no, it was not a knockdown, but he was definitely put down by the right hand.
He got hit solid by right hand. I think you'd have to call it a knockdown. Once again, as we've said, that wild style of Downey's leaves him somewhat vulnerable to good straight right hands.
Hopkins does not want this fight to go the distance. He wants to put Downey away. Downey swinging wildly with his hands out to the side. If Hopkins gets one of those straight right hands in, it'll be over. But you never know. Downey will jump off the rope, come down with a spinning wheel kick, knock you out cold.
Downey sticking in those straight right front kicks to try to loosen up Hopkins.
Hopkins landed a right hand just at the bell. Round 1 had a knockdown. Leroy Hopkins landing a left-right combination. Downey got up shaking his head saying no, that he slipped. He was off balance, but it was the power of the hand that knocked him down.
He came out of that kick a little off balance, and as you say, Larry, but the right hand, I think, definitely is what caused him to go down to the canvas, and that's what we call a knockdown.
You got it. You got it. You got everything under control.
You see Hopkins here again, throwing a spinning back fist that catches Downey kind of up on the forehead, and it looks like it struck with the wrist, which is not really a legal blow, but apparently
the action happened so fast. Downey was landing a blow at the same time.
Order again. He kicks you off. Elbows in, hit nothing. Got nothing. Slow.
Joining us at ringside, the world super heavyweight champion, Anthony Elmore. Anthony, what'd you think of that first round?
Very impressed with the professionalism of Leroy Hopkins. Downey came in with a lot of emotionalism. Emotionalism cannot win your fights. Hopkins is very methodical. He's purposeful. He's watching what he's doing. He didn't get disturbed by the emotionalism and the wild punches that Downey was throwing.
Well, Hopkins is methodical. Dennis Downey is exactly the opposite. He's unorthodox. He comes up with anything at any time, holds his hands in the air, and takes a kick to the ribs.
A guy who is less professional than Leroy Hopkins would be disturbed by that. Leroy Hopkins is a professional, and professional fighters don't get disturbed by a wild guy who comes in and intimidates you with a lot of emotion and wild technique.
Well, John Worley, do you think that this pace that Downey always sets is causing Leroy to fight at a different pace than he's used to?
I I think that it takes a little bit out of you when the fight starts that fast, because deep inside you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, I got a bunch of rounds left to go here. I can't keep this pace. So it could be having a little psychological impact on him. A lot depends on just how well he's trained for this fight.
Leroy is putting power into every blow, and we know he's got the power to perform the knockout. We've seen one knockdown already.
That's it. Come on, jump spin.
Larry, the interesting thing about Leroy Hopkins is he picks his blows. He's watching what he's doing. He knows where he's at every second. And that's what makes him an interesting and great professional.
30 seconds left in round number 2. Downey has power and can land. He lands a lot of the time because he's coming from such an unorthodox angle.
Well, you really can't sit there and fight him like you can fight most fighters, because he does do the unexpected. I don't think he knows what he's going to do. Things just sort of happen with Dennis Downey.
Good spinning back kick by Hopkins.
Don't be left in
The black pants, Leroy Hopkins, in the blue trousers. This is round number 3. John Worley, it's been a seesaw battle with Leroy Hopkins, as Anthony Elmore said, being methodical, Downey being unpredictable as usual.
Downey, you settled down just a little bit in the first round. Downey had 20 kicks. The second round, 19 kicks. He scored 39 kicks, hard kicks, in 2 rounds.
There hasn't been an easy kick in this fight. Listen to the power of Hopkins' kick as it lands. We saw in our preliminary piece Dennis Downey go down from a spinning back fist by Ellis. Looked like he was unconscious. I think he was unconscious, but he got up by the count of 8. So we don't look for Downey to be knocked out. A tough cookie.
He is that.
One thing about fighting a fighter like Downey, psychologically, you wonder what does it take to stop this guy. You hit him with everything, and he just keeps coming. He has so much determination and adrenaline flowing. You have to really be methodical and purposeful and not let that affect you.
Downey has had his problems. He was suspended from PKA karate at one time, John, for biting, or what was it?
I think it was something pretty unorthodox, yeah. And Downey has assured us that he's got all of that out of his system now. He's a professional, and he fights as a professional, but he still seems to fight with a lot of strange technique. But he's a tough one.
That's it. Work him, Dennis. Step back and that's it.
Anthony Elmore on June 9th in Memphis. You're fighting Tracy Thomas.
That's right. I'll be defending my world title.
Downey's landing, and landing well on Hopkins, but he just caught a right hand that staggered him. He says, come on, and Hopkins does.
Looked like Downey had Hopkins in trouble for a while, and then comes back.
Let's look back in the 3rd round, and here you see Hopkins backing Downey back across the ropes with powerful punches. Downey now starting out this round with a flurry of punches and kicks.
Downey just seems to have an unending stream of energy. He just keeps the pressure on, kicks and punches solid all the time.
We saw Downey fight like this in Atlanta against Kenneth Brooks. He just never quit, never let the pressure off. There's a left hand.
Unofficially, after 3 rounds, I have Hopkins ahead 29-28, 1 point. This is a close, tight fight. It looks like it could go either way.
One thing Hopkins better be careful not to do is to come apart in a situation like this. Downey's spirit and determination has an effect on Hopkins, and he's have a tendency to kind of come apart a little bit in the later rounds.
As you're saying that, Leroy came off the ropes with a left hand that stood Downey back on his heels. But Downey's landing those body kicks. They've got to be taking the air out of Hopkins. Hopkins standing there not defending himself.
The body kicks, I think, are one of the most effective things in Downey's arsenal right now, and he is throwing those body kicks with tremendous power.
Downey's orthodox style and determination and strength is going to have him beat Leroy Hopkins.
That right hand caught him. Hopkins is wobbly, but he's fighting back. All the power we saw in the first 3 rounds is gone from the Hopkins punches. He's just throwing them out there, and Downey's still landing.
Downey doesn't seem to have any lack of energy. Don't know where he gets it. Just one punch after another, unending.
10 seconds left in the round. We're scheduled for 7. This is round 4. We're closing out. Downey still pushing, landing. Front kicks to the body and punches to the head. Downey with a never-ending supply of energy just keeps the pressure on through the entire round.
This is round number 5.
Hopkins just took several blows right in a row. I'm surprised he's still on his feet after taking that many blows.
I'd like to thank Anthony Elmore, our super heavyweight champ of the world, for being here with us. And good luck in your fight on June the 9th, Anthony.
Well, we'd like to see everybody in Memphis come on out. See me June the 9th. Got to plug that, Larry.
You got it. Look at this action. Downey picking it up right where he left off.
Come on, Leroy, show the world, come on!
Roy's now coming down in the well, digging up some of that power. That right hand landed, but Downey continues to fight.
Well, Downey just never acknowledges anything. It's like he's not even being hit. It has to affect your confidence. You hit the man with your Sunday best, and he just doesn't even blink.
A left hand and a right round kick sent Downey back on the ropes, but he just came up, dumped Leroy Hopkins down. It's called a slip, not a knockdown.
A slip.
Hopkins' kicks now are starting to lose the steam. They're just kind of swinging up to the head. They don't really have that much on them. Downey again, just staying right inside there. He just never quits. I believe Dennis Downey is going to give an awful lot of the top 10 all they want. Maybe the top 5 all they want.
He's been out of action for about a year, but he's back with a fury. He calls himself Mad Dog, but he definitely fights like a madman. 25 seconds left in this round.
Downey finally starting to show a little bit of the effects of the punishment he's taken from Hopkins and of the pace. He's getting a little fatigued.
Hopkins is using head movement. Downey still moving forward. 2 rounds remaining in this fight after this one, and we'll be right back.
Two of the hardest-hitting videos ever offered can now be yours for up to 58% off the regular price in this special television offer. Jean-Yves Theriault, the Iceman. Left hand, right hand. Left foot, right foot. Pure power. Knockout after knockout. The most feared middleweight champion of all time.
Left hand snapping Downey's head back. Downey showed for the first time in the fight there at the end of the 5th a little bit of the pace and what it's doing to him. He's only throwing 13 and 14 kicks around now. He's down from 20.
Hopkins now seems to have found some of that inner strength. He's coming out with more power. This is our next to final round. How do you have it scored so far, John?
At this point, I've got Downey ahead by 1 point, ahead by 1 point, 48-47. On the strength of these middle rounds, Hopkins had a pretty good early lead, but Downey's really come back smoking here. The 3rd and 4th rounds, 5th round.
Leroy stepped inside that spinning back kick and then landed that kick. We're in our next to final round, scheduled for 7.
One more kick, Roy. Right to the body. One more. That's right there, Roy.
Hopkins seems to be settled back down again and getting some of his confidence back that he was losing early in those mid-rounds.
These two fighters have fought this pace since round number 1. They have not stopped, not slowed down a bit.
Since the first 2 seconds of round number 1.
Downey's able to fold his knee up and get that front kick in when they're very close quarters. There's the left hand by Downey.
Well, Downey makes every mistake that fighters should make and still manages to be effective. Look at his hands. He's throwing his hands wild.
And he's getting hit for it, but Hopkins not able to put him down. Hopkins leaning on the ropes for no apparent reason.
Downey can work on cleaning up his hands, particularly. If he can get to where his hands stay up and he doesn't get wild, he's going to be awfully, awfully tough to beat.
But John, if he's not wild, he'll have to change his name from Mad Dog. They're just trading. There's no blocking going on out there. They're just trading blows, kicks, punches. Larry Black along with John Worley for the 7th and final round between Dennis Downey on the left and Leroy Hopkins on the right. And they're starting this final round the same way they started round number 1, trading.
Just a blistering pace. Both fighters, nobody loses this fight, I don't think. This is an amazing display of courage, determination, and conditioning on the part of both of these athletes.
Both these fighters have to be in excellent condition to go 7 rounds, not just punching, kicking and punching, head kicks, body kicks. Right now, Downey just pumping away, pumping. His hands are wide to the side. There's a standing 8 count. Hopkins was not defending himself.
Hopkins has a lot of blood coming out of his mouth. He's got a bad cut on that bottom lip.
Too many unanswered blows, and he doesn't look like he's ready to continue now, but he's kicking. Another left hand by Downey.
Kick, Leroy!
No gas left in the tank for Leroy Hopkins.
I'm wondering, can Leroy Hopkins be knocked down? He's been hit with everything but the kitchen sink. That one staggered him, and he still won't go down. Downey is hitting him with almost every punch.
Referee Jay Will starting to express a lot.
There's a kick to the face. Hopkins still standing. 16 seconds left in the fight. Downey hitting him with everything, and still he won't go down. He jumps and does a jab, but it's a futile attempt.
At this point, Downey has certainly won this last round convincingly.
There is the bell ending the fight. We go to the judges for a decision. What a fight. What a fight. Dennis Downey totally exhausted at the last bell. Look at this kick to the face. We'll be back with the decision from our judges here in Atlantic City Sands Hotel right after this.
Don't be left.
Downey, we have to go to the judges for their decision. John Worley's score here at ringside is, of course, unofficial. Beautiful Sands Copa Room. And let's go now to Tony Mann for the announcement of the decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the beautiful Copa Room in the sensational Sands Hotel Casino in Atlantic City, here are the results. Judge Folk scores the fight 67-67. Judge Noeth scores the fight 65-66. And Judge Sawyer scores 66-68. Your winner by a majority decision, Mad Dog Downey! Downey!
Dennis Mad Dog Downey is victorious here in Atlantic City in the Sands Copa Room.
The Mad Dog Show continues as Dennis Downey captures another win and seeks a world title shot.